Hi everyone, Lisa here from Forest City Stitching. I hope everyone has had a great week. My son has had a good week back to school. Yeah, and has been nice fall weather, so that's nice. Hopefully he's not too loud down there. Arlo's in the window, so we'll see if everyone can behave. All right, lots of stitching to share because AB Single has started. Yeah, if you hear any loud rumblings outside, it is the air show this weekend, and it has been quite loud. So, first I want to start off with my Canada swaps that I received, and I was so excited to come home on Tuesday to this box on my table. It was a very long week at work. It started as early as Tuesday as being a very long week at work. And when I saw whose name was on the box, I was super excited. So, what are you doing? Are you gonna get in trouble? No, we don't touch that. So the name who is on the box is Carmen, who is Coffee Addicted Cross Stitcher on Instagram. I know she watches this channel and comments, and we've been on a few Canada chats together, so I was very excited to see her name on the box that I received. Out you go. All right, now Sully's barking, probably at the planes, so this is going to be an interesting one. And I was not disappointed when I opened the box. So this little pouch was in there with some finishing items. And measuring tape. And these are little snips. Some tea. And some stickers and a zipper pull with it's gonna go very well with the project actually. Some stickers and a zipper pull for a teapot words. Yes, so that was very exciting. I love all those things. And then this was my small. How pretty that is. It's a Jeanette Douglas piece. I didn't bring up the card with all the details. This is stuffed to the brim. And this is the back. She centered these birdies beautifully. I'm going to assume she made her own cording. But it's just perfect. Perfect in every way. So now I need to find a special place for that to go. You know what, I'm gonna put that back in here so it's safe. I wasn't keeping it in here, but maybe I should have. Excellent. So thank you so much, Carmen. I just love it. So, oh, and I think my husband is home. He walked up to the store to get some meat for dinner for him and my son. Actually, I won't show this yet. Yes. Okay, so what did I work on since we last spoke? Oh, let's talk about this. So I have mentioned before that I kind of go in and out of Patreons, just depending on kind of what the patterns are that are being offered by the designer. And then that way I can support a variety of people, but not usually all at once. So, I saw this pattern from the Witchy Stitcher. So I joined her Patreon so I could get that cutie. And I've heard a lot of people talk about her Patreon before, and I can see why. It is very robust. All her different levels. Like she has different tiers where you can get like gifts from her as well. I just joined the tier, which I think was about $5 or so. That allowed me to get the patterns. But then you can also, what was she calling it? A graveyard party, which had some of her older Patreon charts in there, I believe, that you could get. So I took a look in there. For those, she just asked for a donation to a food bank of your choice. So I'll just show you a couple that I really liked from there that I got. It's a cute ghost. She had a series of little smalls that had to do like with crafting. That kind of came in a bundle. That was one of them. And then I'm sure you've seen this one before, but these vintage Halloween buckets was one of them. So I think for Halloween, she's going to have a few in this little series. There was another one that looked like the Pillsbury cookies that you get at Halloween. I didn't print that one out. This is the one I was most interested in. But I think there's going to be several in the series because this one says this is part 2. So we will see what this month brings. Okay, stitching. So on Sunday after we spoke, I actually spent the afternoon sitting outside and stitching because it was a nice day. And I worked on this piece, the 2022 Stitch North sampler. You can hear the airplanes right now. And I worked on the boats at the bottom. But that's how that's looking. Very loud. Okay, so time to show you my finish. Kind of a surprise finish. I knew I was getting close. I thought it was possibly going to be something that I put on my WhipGo for next year. But in the end, it was only 400 stitches away from completion. And I need to work on something with a jellyfish. So I did that, and ta-da! Under the Sea is complete. I had my husband take a look at it to see if I was missing any bubbles or eyeballs, and I think we are good. So yeah, I just had to put in a jellyfish, a seahorse, and some of these gray fish over here, as well as some bubbles, but there wasn't a lot more that needed to be done on it. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. And I also feel like I need to get a bigger under the bed box, as they say. All right, so getting into Baby Singo. I'm a little bit behind still, but not too bad. So G was called for AB Singo, so that was No Me Homie for my G. And worked on his purple and white in his beard, because all gnomes have purple beards, right? So he's looking. friendship sampler. Okay, so also the Great British Bake Off started this week, and my husband downloads it from wherever he downloads it from. I don't know. But it started and I have access to it. So a lot of the same pieces that I worked on last year have been assigned to the contestants. And then I think the only one that was different is Royal Garden, because that one got so close to a completion. I did not put that back on for Great British Bake Off, but it will probably go on my whip go for next year. The friendship sampler, so from Maximum Cross Stitch, it came out for that. Actually, this was twofold, and it was also on ABC Go for 7. So with the numbers that are called for ABC Go this year, you do 7, like the number motifs or letters or whatever leaves that you assign to it. So in this case, I said 7 letters, so I added in 7 more letters to the alphabet up there. This still has more stitching ode to it for the Great British Bake Off, but so you're gonna see hopefully a lot more of this. Because this was not the person that got voted out or kicked off. Sorry, Arlo keeps going in and out. I could really just move this to this bag, because there's only, I should probably do that, and then that way I will have this bag for something else. So loads of fun came out from Hands On Design, and I put in this clothespin here, and so this was for ABC Go as well. Yeah, you know what? We're just going to take those out. Put this in here. Am I going to remember that I did that? Probably not. And we're going to take, I don't have scissors in here, and I don't have scissors in any of my projects. Oh, I have these snips though from Carmen. Let's get these label off of here right now. Perfect. That just had a string attached, so I didn't want it to get into the wrong hands or mouth. Okay, so I might put another project in that as we talk. Okay. And then, so beside me here, I have on my scroll frame, Big City Christmas. See, the main thing is just getting it turned around the right way. Here we go. So I don't even know if I stitched on this last year. That's all I have. Why do I have it on such a big scroll frame? Because I'm putting them all along the row there. So Big City Christmas is from Country Cottage Needleworks. And this is the first part, and that's how it's looking. This was actually pretty fun to stitch. I think it doesn't come out very much because it is quite large, and because it's on 32 count linen. I was able to see it better than I thought, and yeah, I didn't really have any trouble stitching on it. But this is for the Great British Bake Off. I did have it assigned to someone last year as well, but that person didn't even make it to baking. Yeah, they didn't even make it to baking once. They were, they had a medical emergency or something. I can't remember, but they didn't end up competing at all, so that didn't come out at all last year. Okay. Autumn Alphabet came out for AB Singo as well, and it was for the number 5, so I did 5 letters, as you're going to see. Also, I was watching the YouTube video, most recent video from Stitching Liz, and she just had a video of kitting this up with DMC. So that is how mine looks. Again, I'm still not 100% sold on my blue pumpkin with this outline. So again, I still don't really know what I want to do with that. She kitted hers up with like a lighter blue for the outline, I believe. And she just used DMC, so I'm very curious on how that looks. But yeah, I just added in some letters, and then I also worked on the border a bit as well. Yeah, because I do want to focus on the border with the cast iron skillet I have, because I am a little bit worried that that might not be quite enough. And I don't want to change dye lots of that partway through that border, so we'll see. And then I had a new start. So that is just the key. There's a lot of floss in here. So my new start is the Twigs and Tea style. I believe that it is that. Either that or it's Tea and Twigs, but I think it's Twigs and Tea style by Fine Frog Stitching. The frames were released a few weeks ago, and I did not start that. The frames are very brown, and the 2 browns are very similar. There are 2 different brown colors in that. So the first part, other than the frames, sorry, felt like I got something in my eye and then a terrible yawn. So the first release came out on Friday, I think. And it's in the frame that goes down here. So I just started in the middle, got a portion of this frame done, moved over to the shelf. So this shelf is done as much as has been released so far. So I could get started on this frame here. And that frame is gonna have a goose. So I'm gonna have a goose to stitch on, just like Karen and Karen. I know Six Strings and Other Things, Liu also got this Sal, but I don't know if she started it either. So Lee, if you haven't, I think you should. So I think that is all I have. I think I'm going to move this project into this bag because it's just a little bit nicer. and put my zipper pull from Carmen on it. You know what? I think I might also put one of these tea stickers in my planner. Let's look at these tea stickers real quick. They didn't even open them up. Yeah, this week of work was crazy. But my leader is back tomorrow, so all will be good. So yeah, this is the zipper pull. What do we got for stickers here? Teapot. Oh, a little birdie. A little bunny. A little birdie. And some flowers. Very cute. Maybe I will put those flowers in my planner and keep the other stickers for a special day. All right. There's that. Perfect. Well, everyone, I hope you have a great week and talk to you next week. Bye.